talk about President Trump. I watched his press conference yesterday. I watched this stuff at night through all the different channels. Been doing it for, I can't remember. I was so young, and I actually had hair. I couldn't even drive. But but this, all President Trump does is complain, 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 and be really thin-skinned. And then he has people like people at Fox who will sit there and say he has every right to be thin-skinned because he gets attacked, and he does get attacked viciously. But he forgets that he is really the one who initiates the attacks in many situations. But it just kind of goes back and forth. But now the argument is, why don't you believe the president? You know, he said at the press conference, I have nothing to do with the Russians. I'm not involved. I have no interest. And all I did was talk to President Putin twice, and it was really nice. Yet if you look back in the past, he said he was good friends with President Putin, and he knew him, had a pretty good relationship with him. And I believe one of his sons talked about all the business they were trying to get and how they were out there and trying to really work with Russia. And at the same time, the president refuses to open up his tax returns to let people see really what's going on with his money and where his investments are. So he then gets mad that people are coming back saying, I don't believe you. Well, let me tell you, Mr. President, I'd like to believe you. But the problem you've got is you forget a story. Maybe it wasn't taught to you by your parents. It was called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And it was a story about a boy who used to run around. He would come, his parents loved him. He'd come home, he'd go, Mom, Dad, wolf, wolf. And they went out there and they looked for the wolf. There was no wolf. And then later he came back. Hey, Mom, Dad, wolf, wolf. They go out there. The dad goes out. No wolf. Third time yelling, wolf, 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 wolf. They don't go out. They figure he's full of it. Of course, the wolf munches him down for dinner. Because munchies, and he ate him up. Well, that's what's going on here. President Trump is the boy who cried wolf. You could only cry wolf so many times. You could only tell a story so many different ways, so many times, until people are not going to believe you. And then when people don't believe you, you can't get mad and say, why don't you believe me? Because I know I'd like to believe you, but I got to wonder. Because your stories change. It's just always changing. So it goes back to our childhood. It's a basic story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And I hope the president reads that little fable or story. It's not a fable, it's really a fact when you look at it and apply it to the real life, and then see what goes, and see how that applies. And the people at Fox who are always making excuses for him, hey, like I said, yeah, he's getting attacked pretty viciously like President Nixon was in 68 to 74, 75, but he really deserved it at the end, especially. But but at the same time, he's the boy who cried wolf. I mean, there's nothing else. What else can you say? President Trump is the boy who cried wolf. Please follow us. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. We appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, and appreciate you watching. Peace.